Hey everybody, it's Gypsy. So I was just sitting here thinking, and I just decided to throw this out here. And while you're listening to me, I want you to bear in mind that everything is a matter of perspective, based on a lot of things for us personally. For instance, your life experiences, where you grew up, how you grew up, religious affiliation, things like that. So we're all going to see things differently. And it's your personality type, all of that. So I was sitting here thinking, all right, what kind of things are enjoyable to one is not enjoyable to another. Some people all right, I lived on the road out of a trailer and a truck for 4 years. I had a blast, and it wasn't out of necessity. I did it because I wanted to. Let's see, all kinds of things. Whether you drink alcohol, how much, whatever. If you do it all. So my question then is, all right, I don't believe in abusing our bodies, but I also don't believe in being so rigid on everything that you're not enjoying life. And some people, I guess that's the way they enjoy life. I can't appreciate it or understand it, but that is some people's thing. I never used to think about stuff like this until I started getting older and older. Because I've reached the point where it's like, I just want to enjoy life. I don't care about anything else. I don't care about being safe. I want to be free. I want to do the things I want to do. And I just want to enjoy life, no matter what that is for me. And I feel everybody should have that. And it's sad that most of us come to that conclusion later in life. The way I feel is if you are not hurting anybody and you're not immoral, you're just enjoying life, well, you should be able to enjoy it the way you want. In other words, do what you will, harm none. So, all right, when I was very young in the 70s and generations before that, everybody smoked. Nobody thought anything of it. Then when I became older, I don't know when it really, really became taboo. Maybe I was in my 40s. I really don't remember. It was like you were criminalized. You were a horrible, immoral person if you smoked tobacco. Now, before that, in the 70s, a lot of people smoked pot, but it was okay to smoke tobacco. Marijuana was an absolute no-no. Well, today you look at it, when people say, do you smoke? Well, for an older person like me, you gotta okay, what do you mean by that? For a younger person, when they're asking, they're talking about marijuana. Somebody my age is going to go immediately to tobacco, or maybe they're talking about marijuana. So we have to clarify based on generation. Now, that being said, when I was younger, when cigarettes first became taboo, I tried so hard to quit many, many times. And I was miserable. And I was always hiding, always, because I was afraid of what people would think, which was difficult for me because it was a new thing, because previous in my life, nobody cared if you smoke or not. Who cares? But now that I'm older, it's like, well, the way I feel about it is you don't like it. Screw you. It's not your life. It's mine. Okay? So I don't hide it anymore. Not that I'm going to go into a non-smoker's core house and light up. I wouldn't do that. But anybody who tries to make me feel less than, because I do. Okay, so that's just an example. I've done many things in my life that I found fun and brought joy to my life that others wouldn't agree with. But my point is it their business? Okay, so then we get to Well, now we've got all these laws, these rules, these regulations to regulate this, and you can't do this, you can't, and all our freedoms are out the window. And now we have a lot of criminals because we have so many laws. And I'm going to say criminals because these people are really it's stupid stuff. Okay, I'm sorry. And so what we're doing is regulating everybody's life. Nobody's allowed to have a good time. Okay, you have to be like, for those of you who remember the church lady on SNL, you have to be prim and proper like the church lady all the time and never ever have fun. I cannot live like that. I can't. I cannot do it. Every once in a while, this old lady gets wild and crazy. All right, but you think about when I was born. So I would never. I mean, I might not agree. There's a lot of people who do a lot of stuff I don't agree with, but it's not my business. Something of all these rules and regulations. So, like attracts like. You're going to attract people who are like you. That's how I'm thinking, well, this may sound crazy. If you are with people who like the same things you do, like me, I'm spending, I don't know how much time I have left. I'm 59, I could have 10 years, I could have 20, possibly 30. The way my family goes, probably not 30. Okay, so I've got this big dog wanting attention. Isn't he gorgeous? Now he made me lose my train of thought. So we have all these rules and regulations. But if you find your tribe, as they say these days, well, couldn't you make your own little community? I know people have thought of this and people think that's crazy, but why the hell not? Okay, so, we could have the weird people who think weird like me, who are different, and are spiritual but aren't stick in the muds and eat meat and smoke. And I drink too. I drink every night. Okay, I'm sorry. I like to have a good time. I'm quiet. I'm reserved. I'm a loner. But I like to have a good time. And I'm capable of having a good time all on my own. I could be alone and have a good time. I could be with people and have a good time. Anything. I don't want people getting up in my business and telling me what I'm doing is wrong. So why couldn't we split off like that, okay? I mean, it would be so wonderful. It would be hard, dividing areas up. That would be the problem. I'm just being silly here, I guess. It was just a thought. I get off on these crazy thought processes. But man, if I could go live with a bunch of people, like, all right, every once in a while I like to smoke pot. I do. It's not like a big habit of mine, like smoking, but I enjoy it once in a while. Now, my son doesn't like it that I do it, but it's not his life. And you know what? I'm old enough to do what I want. So it's like, if you find a group, I almost wish we could make these little communities and have our little, I heard a word for it. Not parallel, there's the spirit realm of things, parallel universe, you know how they are, that's all they think about, universe. Anyway, like a parallel society. Like you have one little society over here that likes to do this and enjoys this, and then you got this, so why couldn't we do that? I don't understand why not. I'm just being silly here, opening this up for discussion with this horse I've got in the house. Any thoughts on that, you guys? I mean, like, what do you think about that? I mean, I'm sure there's a lot of you who's going to think I'm crazy. I don't care. Some of you might agree. Me, I'm the type of person, I want to live a simple life like in the 1800s where you grow your own food, you sew, you cook on a wood-burning stove and you heat your house with it, and you can and you preserve and you garden and you do all this stuff and you could smoke and drink as much as you want. Nobody's going to care, and you could have a good time. Sit out on the porch in the evening with the neighbors and have a good time, sing, whatever. That's me. I want to go back to the old ways, okay? I mean, even 1975 to me is better than this because we didn't have we were allowed to have more fun back in the 1970s. So I'm gonna think about it and leave me comments because I want to know what you think. I have to go and let him outside. It's snowing out. There's less snow, so he wants to go out. So, anyways, I'm gonna leave you with that. Blessed be, and make it a joyful one.